right up behind him. Where did we go roll? 12 cars. Where did we go? Really far with a problem right here on the front straightaway. Now tries to get his whistle ready. The green flag coming out, but the yellow also coming out with it. A big consolation race on the track. Once again, Jim Hart in the 90. Master Chevrolet pace car dropped to the inside. Watch this big field as they take it down through the north end, bringing it through 3, taking it out of 4. The green flag's out, we're on the way. Number 2, Donna Dunsing in number 3. Watch the number 96 machine moving up through on the inside. Down and through before they go. Jim Hart still showing way around out to number 98. All the cars trying to make their way up in the top 4 spots. The top 4 will transfer into the feature race. And Larry Barr whipping over there in car number 73. And the yellow flag coming out of Larry Barr. Reaction auto supply. So right. Jim Hart out in front, car 98, Calhoun in the number 2, Dunsing in the number 3, Chase in the number 4, Easton in the number 5. Getting a little loose, bringing it out of 2, able to keep it back under power. The 24-hour bill trying to go on the low side, able to get it on the 56 machine. Easton in the number 5, watch the 24 machine, trying to come up and make it a battle for the number 5 spot. Sticking right out of Gary Chase, trying to battle for that number 3 spot. Coming up on a lap track. And a whole host of cars having some problems negotiating the front straightaway. Down the back straightaway they go. Be up to the number 98 at Jim Hart to set the pace. The base car drops to the inside. Through field, taking it down through 3, bring out a 4. Gary Popke looking him over. The green flag's out. We're on the way. Jim Hart, Johnson chokes at Easton. Watch the action towards the back of the pack with number 22 car. Slowing the pace down on the outside in the second group. To go for the race leader, Jim Hart out there in 98. He said, thinking about challenging for the number 4 spot. He said, car number 37 trying to slip on the left side. Jim Hart, the 98's dirty race leader, opening up the gap out there in the number 1 spot. Calhoun, the number 2, Dunsey, right on his tail at car number 17. Going out for that number 2 spot. Donna Dunsey staying close to Jim Calhoun. John Easton, number 37, right on the tail of Gary Chase at car 96. Your 2 and 3 cars, the 4 and 5 cars also through. Donna Dunsey, car number 17, still trying to find a way while Jim got in. It's still hard, Calhoun, Dunsey, and over on 2. Down into 3, picking up speed, bringing it through 4, down the front straightaway. The green flag's out. We have 2 to go, 2 laps to go. Too hard, the 98 opening up a gap early. Calhoun, the number 2, Johnson in 3, Chase in 4, Easton 5. Those cars can run those spots throughout most of the race. The white flag coming out this time. The number 98 car, your race leader, Jim Hart, taking through the north end for the final time, bringing down the front straight with a checkered flag, with the 98. And car number 98, he's from Sandusky, Ohio. What's here for him? Jim Hart. Jim Hart in the 98. Winner in the sports stock division in the number 98 is Jim Hart. If you were not with us last night, the open stock division, a chance for cars that maybe their own tracks or legal within certain guidelines who would not be eligible for sports stocks or weight model classes. Basically, they've got to run a DOT approved tire and have a 2-barrel carburetor, and other than that, it's kind of a run what you brung type class. So we'll have to see what happens. There's all different kinds of cars out on the track. It's going to be up to Ken Carroll to lead him around. He's won a few cavalcade features here in the past. Let's see how he does in this Concy event, trying to work his way into the feature. Really back. And we're going to need the yellow flag. Oh, we're going to need a yellow no matter what, because we've got a traffic jam in turn 1 and 2. As side 2x2. Here we go. It's going to be up to Kenny Carroll again to set the pace up front at 550, 12 on the outside of him. That's Michael Winters. Watch him now, the top 4 advance into the feature event. Who's it going to be? Started Gary Pompey, looks him over as they come out of 4. The green flag flies. We're off for that one. tries to hold on as they go down the back straightaway. Watch the 55 car as well. Gary Smith up in there in a hurry, trying to take over the number 3 spot. The 34 car coming hard through the back and moving to the back. Up on the front straightaway as well. Buckle batteries and Walker mufflers. The green flag coming out as we get ready to go. Getting the car out of the way, and instantly Ken Gill back out with the early. Michael Winters out there in the number 2 spot. Watch the 55 car now once again trying to make his move. Gary Smith wants to hold down the number 2 if he can. Car number 34 beginning to make his move once again, coming strong from the back, trying to get up into the top 4. The top 4 will make the feature. For the rest of them, especially moving on Charlie Summers for that number 4 and final spot. Watch 09 trying to close in. Bob Schneider 09 trying to get up in the 4th as your 3 lead guys bring it in. Yellow flag going to have to come. So we got this next time down. We'll get the restart. 2 laps have been completed. 2 down, 10 to go. A little punching up on the back straightaway here as Ken Carroll sets the pace, and some of the guys jumping on the gun as the pace car gets out of the way. Gary Bopke looks him over. The green flag flies. We're off and underway. Watching out on the back straightaway once again. 34 making a move. Jerry Cook in 34 trying to work up to the number 4 spot, and he does it, but can he hold on? Charlie Summers trying to come back as Cook slides away. The number 1, Mike Winters number 2. Jerry Smith out there in the number 3 spot now, and coming up 4th, Cook in the 34th car. Those are your top 4 winners. Just a bit. Gary was bumping Gary Smith and Jerry Cook were right behind him. Nobody's going to give away. As everybody trying to hang on and bring this one home. Here they come. Up there, Charlie Summers at 33 doing a little bump on turn number 4. Under control as it continues on. Six to go. As Ken Carroll still leads him around, but Williams still on 33 once again limited, but this time we've got some other guys down there, so the yellow's going to have to be thrown. Traffic jam coming on in a hurry there. Here we go, down the back straightaway. Let's watch him. And Ken Carroll once again out in the lead. Mike Winters still stays right behind him. Gary Smith chasing with him. Jerry Cook at 34 right there as well. Schneider at 09 trying to hold with those top 4 cars to stay in contention. Once again, the halfway comes out as we know. Watch those top 4 cars. It doesn't matter how they finish. They'll all get into the feature, but they're going to run for it. Everybody wants to win it, and Jerry Cook on the outside of Gary Smith at 55. Side by side they go out of turn number 4. Ken Carroll still in the lead. Look out, 55. Mr. Chevrolet pace car goes down the low side of the back straightaway and into the infield. Jerry Bobke says, green flag, Woods. And down the back straightaway, Ken Carroll continues to lead him around. Once again, keep your eye on car 55 at the back. Jerry Smith's got a lot of ground to make if he's going to finish in those top four. That's Ken Carroll, winners, and the yellow flag coming out is 37. Tom Freeman spins it down between 3 and 4. Ray Bobke on top of the flag stand, looks him over now as the green comes back out. We're on the way once again. The 550th Ken Carroll still losing down the back straightaway. Snyder, the number 4 spot, wants to hold on, but once again here comes 55, Jerry Smith. Everybody else, it's all over for 1985. It's Sandusky. Dave Landry says, I've got some problems. He takes it back to the pit area. Looks like Mr. Silver has hit the pit car over the infield. Red flag out for your leader. Jerry Cook. Put down on the low side, laughing traffic. Ken Carroll will make the hang on the second half. Still trying to put on a challenge. Snyder's still holding on to the number 4. Here they come down the front straightaway. Ken Carroll second. And 34, Jerry Cook. This next race we described as the race to watch this cavalcade weekend in the super late model division. The cross-flag signal. Track for this semi-feature race.
Right, goes behind 21 and 104 goes on the outside of 21.
And you can expect this one to be wild and well, it looks like everything's squared away, okay?
A little leery with Peter, John.
He doesn't have great day.
Peter, it'll be old fire.
And ladies and gentlemen, the 26 car semi-feature race getting ready to roll. And we had the clocks on some of these cars down the back straightaway. Radar gun, and these cars traveling in excess of 100 miles an hour, right around 110. Giving you an idea how fast these late models are traveling. We're watching as they bring it down through the north end. And here, the number 05 going to set the pace. The car number 22 challenged up in the number 2 spot. Summers with number 22. The number 88 machine moving up on the outside out of the first straight of the game. Two spot, rolling the number 3. Peter's moving up on the outside with number 88. Number 88 car. We're looking it off at chair number 2. And car number 88. Oh, the 104. And Gary Popke says the field looks fine. He brings out the white flag. We'll be going here the next time around. Dr. Jay Summers, the number 22, has set the pace for running out of 4. Joey Thayer trying to make a move on the outside of car number 4. Hewitt getting a little loose. Was to car number 66. Jay Summers, 22, going to set the pace. The Foster Chevrolet pace car drops to the inside. Fields lined up nose to tail, taking it to turn number 3. We're running out of 4. They're going to car number 4. Roar still number 3. Hewlett in the number 4. Car number 6. Summers looking like he's having the power down the stairs, but Fair able to close in the corners. For that number 4 spot. Harold Cook moving up on the outside of car number 2. Trying to go away. This is Mr. Joy Fair. Make some noise for Joy Fair, car number 4. Starter, let's make some noise for him. Your semi-feature winner in the late mile division, Mr. Joy Fair. Please have Alice Martin to the concession stand, please. Alice Martin to the concession. The Oxter lead them around up front. Then the 83 car on the outside. Bobby Dawson behind the wheel of that one. White flag displayed. So Oxter and Dawson in that front row. Then Dirk and White in the next row. Sessions and Price. Pat York. Jimmy Brown in 55 back there, and DeFreeze and Michaels bringing up the rear. 12 laps, Gary Popke looks him over. Out of 4 to come, the green flag flies. We're on the way. Down the back straightaway they go and roll at 83. Bob Dawson out in the early lead. Dawson, your number 1 man. Oxter on the low side trying to hold off the challenges, but White coming around in a hurry. Here comes John Dirk in the race as well. Down the back straightaway, it's Dawson in the number 1 spot. 73, Jim White still running second. John Dirk now trying to move around the outside of him, and it looks like he may do it. No, White comes back on the low side out of turn 4. As a Canadian, Jim Brown moves through in a hurry. Brown down on the low side now. Brown down the back straightaway. Jimmy Brown moving from the back of the pack up to the number 2 spot. As you leave, Bob Dawson comes by once again. Bob Dawson in the number 1 spot, but it's Jim Brown now up to the number 2. John Dirk running 3rd, Jim White running 4th. Oxter currently 5th, Session 6th. Once again, they continue to move around the racetrack, and it's still going to be the lead of Bob Dawson. They're closing in, trying to chase and make the distance. It's Sessions up at the top of turn 3 and 4. Gets it back over the air. Down the back straight over the air. That's Bob Dawson out in front. Dawson in the number 1. Jim Brown in the number 2 spot. John Dirk holding the 3rd. In first, they're trying to hold out Oxter. Here comes Dawson, your leader, Jim Brown. Running strong for a while. Looked like he was going to catch up to the leader. Apparently some problems developing on the line as Brown slowing off the pace and John Dirk closing up, trying to take over the 2nd spot. Top 4 moving in the future runs. It's Bob Dawson coming by. He's still in the race. Here's Brown. Now it feels the features. John Dirk right in the number. Dawson went out with the lead, but Brown and Dirk not in for the number 2 spot. Jim White back there 4th. The final qualifier. Let's see if they can hold on to that as well. As it's still Oxter and Sessions trying to get there. Just a couple more times around, but John Dirk now tries to go down on the other side of Jimmy. Dawson out with that big lead. And now John Dirk trying to get on the other side of Brown. Brown closes the door. The leader comes out of turn number 4. The white flag displayed. The 1 lap is all that remains. Brown still holding 2nd. John Dirk right behind him in the 3rd spot. White still holding 3rd. Sessions after the 4th. It's Bob Dawson, the winner. Jimmy Brown, 2nd. John Dirk getting 3rd. Around for some time too. Here he comes, car number 83. How about a big round of applause? Bob Dawson in the Markley prepared car. the safety crew quickly coming to the aid of Jimmy Brown down there as the possibility of
didn't even have to go up from there because he said 6 to 1.
everything okay, possibly looking for maybe a fire on board that one, but Jim Brown okay, as we said, slowing down somewhat in the race. And some water spray. There is Bob Dawson, our concept event winner. Bob with a big wave. The green number 176 of Dale Furr going to lead him through 3, bringing him down through 4. The green flag's out. We're off the road. Tom Howard in car number 20 jumps out to early race lead. Ward Parker in car 93 challenging for the number 2 spot. Furr trying to hold on, bailing back on the inside in car 176. 6 laps the distance on this race. Tom Howard coming down in car number 3. Furr is still in the number 2. Parker in the number 3. Parvin in car number 00 in the number 4 spot. These cars already locked in the feature race. Coming out of 4, the race leader, Tom Howard at car number 20. These faster qualifiers in the back of the pack trying to make their way up through the field. Mike Ray making a charge in car number 13. Linda Lanner also moving up in the number 71 car. Mike Ray now up into position number 4. And you see the race leader, Tom Howard, coming down the field. Three laps are up for the race leader, Tom Howard. Look at that battle for the number 2, the 00, Parvin, trying to challenge on the outside. Mike Ray trying to follow him around the number 176 car as they bring it out of 4. Parvin's in a little risk, bringing out of the 4. Parvin moving up in the number 2 spot in car 00. Mike Ray now trying to move up in the number 3. Mike Ray in the 3rd spot as they bring out a 4 one more time. The white flag's coming out. We have 1 to go. One lap is all that remains. Tom Howard trying to hold off the cars behind him. Mike Ray on the inside. Parvin on the outside. They take it down the back straightaway. Trying to go 3 abreast down the back straightaway to turn number 3. Watch them as they bring it down through 4. Who's it going to be? Tom Howard coming down in the number 2. Checker flag in the air. Tom Howard in the number 20 car. Doug Summer in 3. Try to catch the rest of the line up here. Lane Popke looking over. The green flag flies. We're off and number 1. Down the back straightaway, it's Winningham, your early race leader. Winningham out in the number 1 spot. The Dirty Dozen man coming up on the outside in car number 12, trying to make the adjustment, trying to come around hard. And spin out down that coolers to be given away. A lot of good prizes coming from our friends at Action and Co-op. Here we go, get ready to roll once again. Let's watch it. Winningham going to be responsible for leading around. Let's see if we can get the first lap in. Green flag flies. We're off to number 1. And immediately the dicing starts to take place as the 12 car of John Ramser from Mid-Vid Speedway. Out in the lead, Winningham running in the number 2 spot. Mad Dog Level up there, still in contention. Remember the top 3 make it into the feature event. The top 3 in the feature, the rest goes to Monty. And the spin sitting down here off of turn number 4. And we'll see if he can try to get a re-go started. Nope, can't do it. The yellow has to come out. There we go. The green flag comes out. We're underway once again. quick way around. And 93 developing some smoke and something coming out of that one, so we'll have to keep an eye on that car as well.
Let's be advised, we've already told the flag.
Here they come once again, the green flag out and winning him. Here we are, there's our double. Orange coming in next. And the black flag out for the purple car. As there is some fluid, not only the smoke, but something coming out of the car onto the track, so we'll get him out of there. Meanwhile, up front, Bob Winningham's got it all his way. Winningham, the leader, Mad Dog still second, John Klein still running third. And the top three moving to the picture. Everybody else has to go to the council. Bill Straley in the 126 car holding fourth. And Doug Summer now up to fifth in car 3. Winningham all by his lonesome out there. I'll lead him around lap after lap. Winningham in the number 1. Coming off Straley's down there on the 126. And a loose took him out of turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Green flag flies, and once again we're on the way. Down the back straightaway they run, and Bob Winningham is your race leader. The 00 of Mad Dog Hubble still second. So here, look out, another tire coming off. And that one with a little more velocity tried to get over the fence, but not quite. As it just missed. Here we go. Let's watch it now as Bob Winningham coming down in car number 27. Klein right behind him. Summer right there in the number 3 spot with car number 3. Elaine Bobke says, let's try this one again. And this would be a mini heat-in duo the way these cars are starting to sound here. The leader, Bob Winningham, breaking up with problems now. It does not pay to be in the top 3 so far in this race. Fortunately, as they come out of turn number 4, we see the white flag. If he can hang out for a run, we got it. Oh, look out, 67 decides to put it backwards down there. Hopefully we can get it rolling. And yes, he does. All right. The yellow had to come out, though. Isn't that amazing? Now they come, and they're off on the way. Bob Winningham out in the lead, 96. Klein still hanging second after what looked like it was going to be a rough start. Doug Summer trying to hold on to third. Here they come. For the final time, the checkered flag's unfurled, and it's going to be a race finally. Bob Winningham takes the win. Clearly, John Klein second, Summers third. Bob Winningham. Move around.
The pace car drops the inside. It'll be up to Rizicki and car number 31 to set the pace. Down out of the north end they come. You're starting looking them over. The green flag's out. We're off and running. Rizicki on the inside, jumping out to number 1 spot in car 31. Tony Moore following him in car number 8 up in the 2nd spot. The field strings out, single file down the back straightaway into turn number 3. The race leader, John Rizicki, bringing down the front door. Moore number 2, Bill number 3, Chedwell number 4. This is a qualifying heat race. The top 3 transferring into the feature. John Rizicki and Tony Moore trying to run away with it out there in the 1 and 2 spots. Dave Gill, number 3. Rizicki fighting the wheel of that automobile down through the turns. Tony Moore closes once again in car number 8. It's a two-car battle for that number 1 spot. Dave Gill got on for the 3rd spot. Rizicki and Moore out in front of the rest of the field. Nobody able to make a challenge on Dave Gill for that 3rd spot. Frank Churchill in the number 4, Harvey in the number 5. The race leaders stayed with 3 and 4 one more time. The white flag coming out. We have 1 to go. 1 lap is all that remains for your race leader, John Rizicki. Tony Moore trying to set him up over 1 and 2. Who's it going to be? Will he try him high? Will he try him low? Through 3 and 4 they go for the last time. Tony Moore right on the rear bumper. Gets Rizicki getting loose, bringing out force, straightens it up. The checkered flag in the air for your race leader, John Rizicki. Tony Moore in the number 2. And who's going to take that 3rd spot? Dave Gill, car 84.
Field. Ladies and gentlemen, as they come around, I'll tell you what, our sports stocks have put on a whale to show all year long. This is their final event for 1985. We want everybody to get up. I think you've appreciated the job it's done. Not only wave stuff, but let's let these guys know we appreciate the beautiful, close, competitive 85 season. Come on, make some noise. Wave, salute these drivers. Dee Hall with a big wave back front of you. Mason Farham, Ronald Hurt. The drivers, salute you, Joe Lewis, Jimmy Sexton, Joe Ryan, Jim Hurst, Calhoun, Donna Densing. Waving back to you, the fans. They have done a fantastic job in the 1985 season. Close competitive racing. We're ready to go feature style here on our 15th annual cavalcade. The features begin. Gary Popke looks him over. Parham sets the pace. Here they come out of turn 4. The green flag's unfurled. They're off and running. Down the back straightaway they go. It's Parham out in the early lead. Dee Hall dropping back there in the number 2 spot. And look out on the back straightaway. The cars coming together. Everybody doing a job trying to remain contained. Gary Chase unable to hold on. And look at the damage on 23. Jim Calhoun with some unfortunate damage.
That's how we met.
Here we go. Hopefully we can get them in this time and get in the way. Let's watch them again as Mark Roth pulls the pace car down to the low side, takes it into the infield. Mason Parham brings him around. The green flag's off the underway. Parham once again jumping out in the lead. Dee Hall now drops down behind him. Forward on the outside at 99, chasing and trying to hold right into position. Watch them now as they head through turns 3 and 4, and down the front straightaway they come. It's still Mason Parham, your race leader. He and Parham coming together, and that sets up some reactions in the back. It's Marvin Gore up on the top of turn number 1 and 2 off the track, but keeps it rolling. Marvin doing a good job keeping the car under control and able to join back in down the back straightaway. As it's still Parham in the lead, the cars all bunched together. Oh, down here we got Ford. The Owens coming together hard. And cars in a massive traffic jam down at the end of the racetrack. Action Auto Supply car down there at the south end of the grandstand. 30-lap feature event. We still have 29 to do. Gary Popke says next time we're going to try to get back underway and get this thing wrapped up. In the back straightaway they run. Mason Parham once again going to be responsible for setting the pace. Let's watch him. back chute, and Mason Parham, your race leader. Parham out there in the number 1 spot. Dee Dee Hall in the number 2. As the cars move in the race around the position. And the fastest cars trying to make their way up as Tom Schuster, Wild Bill Hart, and Marvin Gore all looking to get around Nordhaus, trying to find the way. Here they come once again, and it's still Wilson Mason. And oh, look out, against the wall. Hard contact into the guardrail. Doing a good job trying to get to the pit area, but a lot of racing action as always on the final day of the cavalcade. And we're ready to get back underway now. Let's watch them. Mason Parham brings them out of turn number 4. The green flag flies once again. Down the back straightaway they go, and it's Marvin Gore in a hurry trying to get up for the lead. Watch car 17 on the outside. Gore trying to challenge early. Parham in the number 1 spot. Gore on the outside. Dee Dee Hall, Wild Bill Hart on the lead. On the high side of Parham. Down the back straightaway they go, and it's Marvin Gore. Now taking the lead away down the back straightaway. Marvin Gore in the number 1. Parham in the number 2. Wild Bill Hart still running third. Dee Dee Hall fourth. And look out. Mason Parham in trouble down at the bottom. As we get ready to go feature event wise once again. 5 laps have been completed. 5 laps down, 25 to go. And it's Marvin Gore leading them around. Gary Bobke gives them the green. We're also underway. Down the back straightaway they run as a piece coming off a car. We believe maybe off of Dee Dee Hall's in turn 1, but everybody able to keep it under power. Owens in car 98 moving up to try to run with the front runners. Dee Dee Hall now slowing off the paces. We saw something fly off the car on the restart. Meanwhile, up front it's Marvin Gore leading them around. Wild Bill Hart still holding the number 2 spot. Gore Hart down to the fire. And back there for 5th. And Dee Dee Hall apparently cannot continue on, has to take it back to the pit area. And once again, it's all Marvin Gore out of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Down the back chute they go. Gore's your leader. Boyd Martin trying to figure a way around Wild Bill Hart. Meanwhile, back here we've got Jerry Owens battling with Clapp for the number 5 position. And Clapp coming together hard over there. Joe Ryan with problems. The red's going to have to come out again. We need the gentleman in the infield pits to stay in the pits. And the Wreckers Chevrolet pace car sees the white flag, the 1-lap signal being given. Next time around, we'll get the restart once again. It's Marvin Gore in 17, Wild Bill Hart in number 1. Boyd Martin in the red number 1, 52 Schuster, 51 Sexton. 37, 77, Jeff Clapp, 96, Gary Chase, and 81, Phil Nordhaus. Mark Ross takes the pace car down the low side, pulls it into the infield. The green flag comes back out once again. We're underway. The cars roar down the back straightaway, and oh, look out, Gary Chase right on this restart. Having some problems down here off the top of turn numbers 1 and 2. And gets it on the car. 17, Marvin Gore continues to lead him around. Gore, your leader. Jeff Clapp in 77, still with difficulties, takes it back to the pit. 77 goes in. Gore puts him around once again. Down the track, they continue to go on the back straightaway. Gore trying to lengthen the lead. Wild Bill Hart wants to stay right where he's at, but here comes Martin Schuster. And the yellow flag has to fly is Bob Sodi and Gary Chase. Bring out a yellow. It's going to be up to Marvin Gore once again to set the pace. Wild Bill Hart. Right behind him now, are going to try to stay in that position. Let's watch them as they come out of the corner. Down the back chute they go, and it's Marvin Gore in car 17 out in the lead. Wild Bill Hart. Boyd Martin Schuster still right behind. Sexton now up to the fifth spot in car 51, but here comes your leader, Gore 17, bringing him around. Wild Bill Hart. Down the back straightaway they go, and the two of them trading a little paint on those number ones. Once again, they go into the north end as it's still Gore increasing that lead. Wild Bill Hart, Boyd Martin Schuster right behind, battling for second. On the outside with a little bit of an edge. Down the back straightaway, Boyd Martin moves up into the number 2 spot as Schuster takes for the high side. Tom Schuster looking for a way to go on the halfway point. Gore leads him on. Second, Schuster third. Wild Bill Hart third. Ensign, Barham, Hall, Ennis, Dornhouse, Chase, Sodi all trying to catch up as the leader once again puts another lap across, and Wild Bill Hart slowing the way off the pace at the top of the first four. And Wild Bill Hart coming to a halt. The yellow flag against the back. Green flag comes out. And again, the cars dive down into 1 and 2 and down the back straightaway. Marvin Gore, still your race leader. Boyd Martin, right on his bumper, wants to challenge. Schuster, Sexton, Dunsing, all charging hard as well. A tight group of cars coming down the front straightaway, and this is definitely anybody's race. Boyd Martin once again, right on the bumper of Marvin Gore, trying to find a way around, trying him low. Gore able to come back down and shut the door lap after lap. Tom Schuster waiting for a mistake as those three begin to pull away from the rest of the back just a little bit. It's still Marvin Gore out at the number 1, Boyd Martin in the number 2, Tom Schuster third. Look at the battle back here for fourth as Donna Dunsing doing a good job. And oh, look out, some contact. Dunsing and Sexton coming together momentarily as Donna doing a good job keeping the car out of the guardrail. Able to keep going, but lost a lot of ground. Meanwhile, back out front, the 3-car battle continues as the front runners, Marvin Gore at 17, Boyd Martin at 152, Schuster all battling for the lead. Dick Ensign back there in 05 with Sexton right behind. And again, lap after lap, the cars continue to work towards this final. The race leader. Moving them around lap after lap with Martin and Schuster chasing. Good development out here as far as the battles go, because you've got those 3 cars, then you've got a groups of cars setting up their battles on the track, and Gore going a little high. Boyd Martin trying to come underneath. Out of 34, Martin doesn't have the horsepower to do it. Gore able to run the groove and stay out front. Easton at 37 now moves up to the number 5 spot. Boyd Martin is doing everything he can, trying to find a way around Marvin Gore. Gore able to stay out in front and hold off that challenge every lap. Boyd trying to hang on. Martin right there with him. And Marvin Gore putting some smoke out. Here we go, let's watch them once again as they get ready to roll. It's now going to be Boyd Martin leading them around. Out of turn number 4 he comes down the front straight where the green flag flies. And Boyd Martin jumping out into a lead over Tom Schuster. Schuster was able to stay with everybody. Now Martin wants to lead these last few laps all by himself. Car number 1, Boyd Martin still leading around lap after lap. Running third, but Easton right on his bumper trying to take that position away. Sexton back there in 5th, Hall in 6th right behind him. Narrowing it down with just a few remaining. Makes the board by once again. And hangs on, getting a little loose down here towards 1 and 2 hangs on. As Martin continues to stretch that lead out a little bit over Schuster. Hangs on Easton down on the right. Jack all cars running together down to the front. With problems, decides to dive into the infield and get out of everybody's way. And Martin going to bring him around as a white flag will fly. 1 lap is all that remains. Easton battling up here for the number 3 spot. John Easton getting home position now. Ensign coming back on the low side. Looks like 1 and 2 are decided, but look at the battle for 3rd that's developing between Ensign and Easton. Here comes your winner, Boyd Martin. Schuster winning in 2nd. Look at the battle back here for 3rd. Ensign on the low side, Easton on the high side. Who's it going to be? They come down side by side. That's going to be good from Wakeman, Ohio. The flying forward, the bounty hunter, Mr. Boyd Martin. We're giving Boyd a chance to get unstrapped and crawl out of this automobile when he sticks his out. Let's give him a big hand. Boyd Martin, your sports stock feature winner. Boyd, we get a word with you real quick. Congratulations on that feature win. Did a whale of a job out there. Had Marvin Gore in front of you throughout a lot of the race, and then Tom Schuster right behind you at the other race. What was going through your mind as the closing laps came down towards the end of that race? Hearing all kinds of noises in the car, afraid something's going to break, you know. And while Tom makes his way back up here to do the race, we'll give you the lineup for the super late models. 7X starting up front, Gary St. Amant from Columbus. In car number 47, Fred Campbell. They come around again, the Foster Chevrolet pace car showing them the way.
Big names on the track right now, and expect some wild and woolly action. Racing fans, a tradition throughout most racetracks, we ask you please rise, stand on your feet, wave your hats, wave your programs, anything you have in your hand. Let's make some noise for these drivers. They bring these cars down through the front straightaway. A big field of super late models on the track right now for you. The drivers waving back to you, the fans. That's it. A lot of big names out there on the racing surface. Chevrolet pace car drops to the inside. The cars bunch up 2 by 2, side by side. Down through the north, and they go. Picking up speed, bringing it down through 4. They're starting to look at the field over. The green flag's out. We're off the running. Moving over 1 and 2. The yellow flag coming out. Starter Elaine Pocky displays the white flag out. We'll be going green in 1/2 a mile. It'll be up to them to set the pace for the rest of the field. Watch these cars, they take it into 3 once again. Brewing out of 4 down the front chute, the green flag down. We're off the running. Good Campbell with the early jump. Once again, Gary St. Amant trying to hold on to the number 2. 185 and Terry Steinman making a charge on the outside. Steinman trying to take over the number 2 spot. Sets the sights on your race leader, Fred Campbell. Harold Cook and John Wendell moving up in a hurry in the number 21 automobile. Wendell now up in the number 3 spot. Number 85 is Steinman trying on the inside. Steinman now moving out to the race lead. Campbell trying to hold on the outside. Steinman and Campbell battling for the number 1. Black number 85, Campbell in the number 2. Wendell in the number 3. Art Summers in the number 4 spot. Steinman still on foot out there in the 85. Campbell still in the number 2. Wendell in the 3. Summers in the number 4. Baker trying to move up in car number 4. Continue rolling. The 707 car looping it over in turn number 2. For a chance to fans get a good look at these race cars. They bring it down before you. dropping down out of 4 there on the front chute. The green flag down. Campbell, number 2, closing over there in the turn. Campbell trying to stay straight. Art Summers at car number 10, now up to the number 3 spot. Summers now sets aside on Campbell as they bring out a turn number 4. Trying to take over the number 2 spot. Summers on the inside, Campbell on the high side. Summers now to the number 2. Scott Baker in the number 4, thinking about challenging for the number 3 spot. Baker on the inside, trying to move up to the number 3. Applying some pressure on the road. Turn number 3. A 3-car battle for the number 1 spot. Steiner leading around out of 4. Summers high coming out of the first straightaway. Art Summers at car number 10 coming down your race leader. Summers going to set the pace out there in the number 10. Here they come out of 4, the green flag. In the 10, Steinman still in the number 2. Baker trying to challenge for the number 2 spot. Scott Baker in car number 4, moving right up on the rear of Steinman. Faster qualifiers trying to move up in a hurry. Coming out of 4 is your race leader, Summers. Trying to close the gap to himself and Summers. low side one more time. It'll be up to number 10 of Art Summers to set the pace. Into 3 they go, bring it out of 4. Down the Art Summers, number 10, trying to open up the gap out to the number 1 spot. Scott Baker clears the hurry in the number 4 car. Skyman still in the number 3 position. Summers and Baker duel out here for the 1 and 2 spot. Down to 3 and 4 they go. Baker right on the rear bumper of Summers. Summers get a little high. Baker thinking about going inside, has to back off of it. Trying to make it free abreast. Similar backs off it in the turn number 3. Good battle for the number 1 spot coming down before you. It's nose to tail racing as they go out. Number 5 spot. Baker tried high and low. Summers up a little high. Summers a little high. Fast qualifier, taking it back to the finish. Baker lose the power a little bit. The yellow flag coming out. number 10 machine. And now with the yellow flag, the number 47 at Campbell going to be able to close right on him. Campbell moving up in a hurry through those last couple of laps. It's going to be a big 3-car battle out there. Summers, Baker, and Campbell. We have 31 laps in. 31 have been completed. Going down to the flag people. Those have been the 2 cars to watch so far. We'll watch them as they take it down to the north end. Bring it out of turn number 4. Baker still right on the tail of Art Summers. Campbell trying to make up the distance in the number 3 spot. The number 707 car, Matt Cook moving up. Summers, Baker, Campbell, and Matt Cook. Steinman. Now the number 6 of Tracy Leslie making a charge out there. The green number 6 moving up through the field. Lap after lap they go. Art Summers still able to hold off the challenge with Scott Baker. Campbell trying to move up, making a 3-car battle. Freight train style, they're bringing out. Side down the back straightaway. Baker trying hard to get around. Loses a little ground out there. The second groove drops in. The number 707, Mal Cook, trying to put a challenge out there for the number 3 spot. A roll of applause. Take over the number 3 spot. Campbell shuts him down. Mal Cook going to try one more time on the inside. Summers, Baker, Mal Cook, and Campbell, your top 4 cars. for late model feature race, Mr. Scott Baker. Summers and Baker, then Summers and Malcoot. Those two cars come together, and look who wins it. The number 4, Scott Baker. And we'll take it down to Bob Newbar on the front straightaway.
Todd, you got to admit, one of the greatest races we've had in a long time. Here comes the man who deserves your applause. The McCready Baker car pulling up here, and we'll wait till he gets out of this ride to give him the applause he deserves. A wild and rolling race, that's for sure. We need Karen Paradise to checkpoint Charlie, please. Scott, come on over here. I'll tell you, this by far isn't your first win here. We've done this before as far as interviews, but was this one of the toughest?
I tell you, this was definitely a tough one. I've never been with a tougher group of guys. It was a good group of guys to race with, and I just had to let Mark work on Artie because Artie wasn't going to let me go. So Mark did it for me.
Okay, we had something like 11 or 12 late models yesterday under the track record. Is there any more left on this track for late models? Can you guys ever go faster?
Oh yeah, I feel like my car's got a lot more potential. We could even get it in the 16s, I think.
Okay, we start the season off with late models again next summer. You going to come back in the spring and do this all over?
I shall be here for sure.
Who's your sponsors real quick?
Harold McCready is one of the main men of the car, and I've got a real good crew of people: Bob Lawless, Mike Miracle, Jeff Patterson, the whole group. I got a super team, super crew of guys, and I couldn't ask for better support and a better group of fans too.
We got some gentlemen.
Jimmy Shirey in 72. Joe Blunder in the number 12.
Cars dropping into place. Bob Renz once again at 49.
Okay, give him about 2 more laps.
Open wheel racing at its best. Here we go, and ladies, just salute these guys. They've got a good year. You've got a good competitive field out there. A lot of our regular drivers making this feature event. Let's stand up, make some noise, cheer, wave, send these guys off to the start of their 50-lap feature event. The Super Modifieds come down the front straightaway. The drivers waving back. As the drivers wave to you, the fans. Gene Gibson, Doug Sonia, Todd Gibson, all the drivers, Randy Witt, everybody waving to you. They appreciate your support. So does Action Arrow, Co-op Sales, and of course all of us at Sandusky Speedway. We're about ready to unleash another feature event. We've got 2 more to go after this one, so don't go anywhere. Here we go, Super Modified style racing, ready to get underway. Goose Rebby leads it around. Gary Pack gets him over the green flag, comes out right over. Now they go around towards 1 and 2 out of the back straight. Pack shooting back into the area. Second. And back outside now the challenge fighting for the number 2 position as Tom Marks trying to take it away. Way down there as the traffic comes down the back straightaway and across the coast trying to make the move. Gene Gibson in the orange zero. Moving up quickly. Todd Gibson in there. Todd Gibson in zero trying to come through the second. Mark's running third, number 3rd. Shooter 5th. Gene Gibson on the outside. The Challenger car zero. Gene Gibson on the The big question, could Pat Schuler hold up? Motor problems last night, trying to get everything together, and now Gene Gibson starting running his bumper. Point, but obviously Pat Schuler, our leader, 0 Gene Gibson second. Unofficially, we've got the 99 of Tom Marks third, then Joe Brenda fourth, Dave Schuler fifth, then Shirey in the sixth spot. And Hennis would be right behind him then on the second lap. 72 behind him, so. Hooks him up. And the word to Bruce Roby. Gary Packey looks him over. The green flag. Gene Gibson on the start. Makes it around. And Gibson out into the lead is Schuler after the restart, and now able to keep up the pace. And now Schuler follows the 99, beating out his number. And it looks like everything's A-OK down there. Is have been completed. As the pointer retired from this one. As you can see, the right front side of the car damaged. This track. When we get ready to run, Gary Pompke looks him over. The green flag flies once again. desperately trying to get it down in there. See down at the very bottom edge of that drive where Randy went in. So Gary doing a smart thing and making sure everything was clear over there.
I believe it's 37. Is that right? 37? Yeah, 37.
Here we go. Gene Gibson taking him down the back straightaway in the 99 approach. Leaving the hand right in there. Dave Schulich running through, trying to close in. Unofficially, Mark second, Schulich third, Russell fourth. Checkered flag, how about a handful? There it is, Gene Lee Gibson. And don't go anywhere yet, folks, because we got 3 races to go. And Todd, whenever you're ready, we'll let you take it over down there. Test. Here he comes, bringing the checkered flag down to his starter. Your 50-lap super modified feature winner.
and get the helmet off. Now I want you fans give a big round of applause. He's getting unstrapped right now. Making his way out of the automobile. And here comes the helmet coming off. Team Lee getting all the paraphernalia off here. These drivers with all this fire and safety equipment on. There it is, fans. Your feature winner, the super modified Gene Lee Gibson.
Don Murphy will come out and help you. Just to your left.
Gene, congratulations. I don't know what more to say. You've been down here 4 times this end of the season. Anybody I've seen before doing a whale of a job here late in the year. Pretty much had the race your way. Had to get around Pat Schulich later on. He was having problems. How'd you feel the race went? How'd the car handle for you?
Oh, I kind of got a little bad here at the end. See, I got a right rear's blistered. The track got real oily. I had a little trouble. Pat was dumping a lot, and I about lost it down here in 3 and 4 coming up on him. I couldn't wipe the visor off fast enough. But other than that, it wasn't too bad. No problems getting up through the traffic and everything.
Okay, what's in store for 1986, Gene?
Well, got a lot of things pending. First thing that happens is to sell this probably, and I'll say somebody can buy it. What more can you ask for it? So I'm 8 out of 12 this year.
Here it is once again, fans, your super modified feature winner. Yeah, get a real quick sponsor mention here.
Okay, I'd like to thank all my sponsors, Baja Boats, Keir Speed Shop, Earl Kelly. Special thanks to Bill Porter for building one heck of a motor.
There he is, Gene Lee Gibson. Up on the pole, ready to go. Here we come. Car number 90 going to lead them around. Let's watch them now as they go down the back straightaway. They begin to pick up the pace. Here they come out of turn 4. Wayne Bopke puts out the green. I believe he wants to try to pull some sheet metal away. As on the start of that one, he got banged up. Here we go. A white flag flies again. Scooter on the outside trying to get around right there. Down the back straight where they go. Some of the cars straight and racing. Great shot down off the track, brings it back up and through the rest of turn 3. Get everybody hung on as Adams are way up. Trying to... Once again, Scooter down the back straightaway in the lead, going up to number 2. Adams trying to hold on to number 3. Here they come around one more time. Once again, they come out of turn number 4 and down the front straightaway. We got a car up on top, the other one. Nasty looking incident down here in turn number 4 is the one car coming. Ray Bopke says white flag. Let's try how to do it next time around. We've got 3 in, 27 to go.
up to Randy Nader. Greg Sharp losing it. Greg Sharp blowing the engine all over the place. Down the back straightaway they run. It's going to be up to Skeeter to set the pace again. Bolin, Adams right behind. Here we go. Down the back straightaway they run. Skeeter Stutler still in the number 1 position. Red Bolin hanging right into a bumper, not letting him get out and get away. 66 car into the pit area. Chuck Harris trying to get around the outside. Up on the slow side as well. Everybody getting through. And Harris now up to the number 2. Still out there in the lead at the halfway point. 15 down, 15 to go. 10 laps remaining and Bowen still out in front. Here's the number 2. A good battle developing for the lead is now Glenn Bowen. See some slower cars coming up. Caution flag coming out. Here we go once again. The green flag coming back out of the 90 car. Glenn Bowen now feels the pressure's checked there as he right on his bumper. Puts his foot back in and says, no way. And now Adams comes up to join, making a 3-car battle royal for the lead. Everybody bunched up front. Nowhere near the 15 car as well. Everybody as the rest of the cars continue to make it around. Bowen still feeling the pressure lap after lap in this one. Doing the job, making it around. The pressure is still coming from Harris. Harris right on his bumper. It's not over for the checkered flag falls. The checker is once again moving to the outside. Bowen trying to hold it on the inside. Down the back straight through the north end they drive, and it's still car number 90. Glenn Bowen, your race leader. Going to come out next time around. The red flag's out. Run off the We're going, and the two of them coming together. The yellow flag has to come out. Here we go. The green flag flies once again. Once again, trying to hang on. Adams wants to do it on the last lap. Once again. But Glenn Bowen going to get the win. And unofficially the 75. But here, Glenn Bowen, there's your feature winner. Let's give a big round of applause. He brings out that car. A heck of a race being put on by these open stock drivers. There he is, ladies and gentlemen, your feature winner, Mark Bowen in the number 90. And
Mark, we get a word with you? Congratulations. Could you try to explain in your words what happened at last lap as you came down your street stock division, just about ready to roll? The white flag coming out to these drivers. The white flag coming out. They'll be going green the next time around. Our fans going to wave to these drivers. The drivers waving back to them. Street stock competition getting ready to go. Out there on the pole, the 176, Dale Ferg. Going to show them the way around. Watch them as they bring it down through the north end, bring it down through the floor. Down the front chute, Elaine Popke bring it out to green. Bring it out to green. Really race leader, Tom Howard, the number 2. Parker, the number 3. Bennett trying to take away the number 4 spot. Down through the north end they go. First, to your race leader, Howard. The double zero car drops it down the inside over to 1 and 2. The double zero, Frank Parvin. Trying to make a move. Down through they come, 3 and 4. Your race leader, still the green automobile, a 2-car battle out there for the number 2. The car is making their way up to the back. The fast qualifiers trying to move up through the field. Right there, coming together. Larry Smith getting on the brakes in a hurry. And Frank Parvin bringing the car out this weekend, trying out the half-mile oval.
If it is a procedure call, it's a
Oh, your starter, Elaine Popke, you're going to go down and... Racing action will resume the next time around. Burr is your race leader. Parker in the number 2. Tom Howard in the number 3 spot. John Bennett in the 4th spot. Larry Smith in the 5 spot. In 6th, Mike Ray, Linda Lander, John Rizicki, Bob Whittingham. Watch the car as they bring out of turn number 4. The green flag out once again. First, all the way around out to the number 1 spot. Parker trying to move up. Larry Smith making a charge on the outside at car number 99. Larry Smith trying to use that second glue to get around the number 20 at Tom Howard. Larry Smith moving up on the inside up to the number 2 spot. Larry Smith now setting his sights on your race leader first. Larry Smith moving up to the high side down the back straightaway. Third on the inside, Smith on the outside. Watch him as they bring out turn number 4. Smith getting a little high, bringing it out of 4th. Down the front row. Trying to take away race 8. Bring it back to the back of the back, going into 1 and 2. Mike Ray, John Bennett, and Will Chapman. A new race leader out there in the 99, Larry Smith. Smith getting high once again, bringing out a 4, throwing it back down. The front straightaway. Goes to the number 2. Watch the charge by the number 15, Mike Ray. Mike Ray moving up out there in the second row. Car number 13. Now moving up to the number 3 spot. Here comes your race leader out of turn number 4, Larry Smith. Burr in the number 2, Ray in the number 3. John Bennett now up to the number 4 spot. Side by side they go in the 1 and 2. Mike Ray trying to get around for that number 2 spot. Mike Ray now to number 2 and set the sights on your race leader, Larry Smith. The number 12 car taking it back into the pit area. Larry Smith going to try and hold that comfortable lead out there, number 1 spot. Mike Ray trying to close the gap. Burr in the number 3. Linda Lander and John Bennett battling up to join him on the inside. Here comes your leader, Larry Smith. Mike Gray still closing. Here comes that battle for the number 3. A 3-car battle. Mike Gray moving to the high side to get around the lap traffic. Mike Gray still cruising in on your race leader. That 3-car battle still continues to go on for the number 3 spot. Goes in a little loose over 3 and 4, able to ride it back out. Smith in front, Mike Gray in the number 2. Bennett in the number 3, 4 in the number 4. Linda Lander trying to move on the outside and took that number 4 spot away. Here they come, 1 and 2. A good battle going to shape up right now. Larry Smith with Mike Gray right on his tail. Mike Gray trying to get around the lap number 3 car. Here we go, and car looping it off the number 4. Bad dog Hubble, the number 0. Looping off the 4. Getting the car back onto the racing surface. Here comes your race leader once again, Larry Smith. Ray's still the number 2. Out of 4 comes the 3rd place car, John Bennett. In the number 4, Linda Landry, Story in the number 5, Howard in the number 6, Parker in the 7, the 60 in the 8, Mark Bear in the number 9 spot. Larry Smith trying to duck on the inside to get around the lap car. Smith able to get by Mad Dog Hubble. Mike Berry going to shoot by out there in the second groove. Trying to close that gap once again between himself and the leader. Here they come out of the north end. They'll be coming up on the lap traffic. We'll watch and see if both cars are able to handle the lap traffic okay. Here comes your 3rd and 4th place cars, man, around side by side. John Barrett with the leader. Here comes your leader, Larry Smith going on the 7th groove around Mike Gray. Both cars able to get by the lap traffic. Here comes that 3rd place battle. John Barrett able to hold on to the leader. Mike Gray right on the rear of Larry Smith out of turn number 4. Mike Gray backing off a little bit. Larry Smith and Mike Gray, these two have been going at it all year long. And now they're going at it again. 18 laps to go, the white flag out, 1 lap to go, 1 lap is all that's left for the race leader, Larry Smith. Mike Gray taking on the inside, Larry Smith, number 1 and 2. Mike Gray taking around Larry Smith. The yellow flag coming out for the stars assessment.
Get down for 93, 931, and we're okay.
The white flag coming out. Once again, we have 2 laps to go. For the 1985 season. The pace car drops the inside. Mike Gray in the number 13 shows the way around down through the north end. Car out of 4, the green flag out. We're off and running. Mike Gray trying to run away and hide out there in the number 13. Linda Lanner in the number 2 spot. Will she have enough time to close the gap, a big gap between the 1 and 2 cars? The white flag coming out, 1 to go. 1 lap is all that remains for Mike Gray out to the number 13. Lander in the number 2. And going 3 abreast coming out of turn number 2. Those cars battling back to the number 3. Meanwhile, Gray out of 4, the checkered flag waving in the air. There is your race winner, Mike Gray, and the number 13, Linda Lander, pushing in the number 2 spot. John Bennett coming down towards the number 3. There's finishing in the number 4. And a whole group of... And this gentleman, a numerous time track champion in the street stock division here at Sandusky Speedway. And car number 13 coming down to pick up the checkered flag. He's from Elyria, Ohio. Let's give a big round of applause to Mike Gray.
One final one for you. He comes down here to victory lane, bringing the big pink machine up. Perfection Fabrication sponsored car.
Downstairs? That's right in that room right there. Oh yeah.
And a beautiful prepared ride. Ladies and gentlemen, our feature winner, Mr. Mike Ray. Mike, you may not have had the season that you wanted this year, but obviously you like the way it ended, right?
Well, I like the way it ended all except for like 2 laps right from the end. That's not the way I would have liked to done it.
Okay. How about a couple quick plugs here for some of the sponsors on the car?
Okay, I got Slick 50 people that have been here with me all weekend and all year, and Perfection Fabricating out of Elyria. They've been a big help to me, and the Real Cleaner people out of Elyria.
Okay, we got the gentleman here from Action Auto Supply and Co-op Sales to present a little hardware to you, and the shirt, the hat, and the gift certificate that goes with it. Ladies and gentlemen, I think that it goes without saying, it's been a long weekend, a lot of racing, a lot of cars, but it's been a lot of fun. The 1985 season once again comes to a close. We thank you from the bottom of our hearts for attending. We hope that you've had a good, enjoyable 1985. We'll see you in 1986 as the hangover race, not too far in the distant future. And we thank everybody for coming out.